Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of the Cinnamon and Spice Podcast.
All right, Range Sweet.
Not a dang thing. I'm Ott.
And I'm not.
Yes, happy Monday. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend and a wonderful start of y'all's work week. Today, we want to talk about family. You know, I don't think we've ever had an episode dedicated to anything surrounding our family.
We haven't.
I think family
We still wouldn't have had I read these titles prior to giving her access to.
Oops.
She slid this on number two real quick.
And I did. And I knew she wasn't paying attention, so I quickly.
I'm over here eating my watermelon. Was over here like.
But I do think.
I was real vulnerable. I'm eating my watermelon.
I caught her at a vulnerable state. I did. Because, you know.
I thought I could trust you.
She can.
Not.
She's trusted me long enough. I've allowed us to keep a family topic long enough.
You did.
It's been a year and a half now. We've been doing this podcast.
And I feel like what would be a better series to do it than I said what I said.
Exactly.
Standing on business.
Exactly. And it's we're not attacking any of our family.
Yeah,
we don't want any of our family to feel attacked. And if you do,
a loved one have taken.
And if the shoe does fit.
Lace them bitches up.
Go back and watch the last episode because you might be the problem. But
yes.
I just think some people, family
don't like criticism.
Ooh, child.
And sometimes we could do better.
Yes.
We could do better.
And we have to acknowledge that, you know, family is a lot of our biggest triggers. Mm-hmm. And a part of being able to heal and really grow is being able to rather set boundaries with these family members or completely cut them off.
It ain't nothing to cut that bit off.
Snip, snip. Snip, snip. No, for real. Because literally a lot of us grew up in very toxic dynamics. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the times those dynamics don't change. We just got older, right? And then we were able to, you know, go on about our own life and we can pick and choose when we decide to deal with those dynamics. But some people, they find themselves in states where, oh, that's my mom. Oh, that's my dad. Oh, that's my sister. Oh, that's my grandma. That's my cousin. That's family. That's family. Child, that is I hate that saying.
Yeah. And I feel like only black people are held to that standard.
That's a lie.
I don't know about the other side. Well, no, you're right. You're right. Because I'm thinking of they got some shit.
They got some shit.
I'm not here to talk about them.
Yeah,
I'm not here to talk about them.
Yeah.
Because that be some shit.
Yeah, I think it's worse over there. We ain't gonna talk about that. Now, back to the black people.
Oh, no, literally. But I do feel like it just hit different hearing black people say it because I know for a long time, like, us all being in the household really wasn't an option. Yeah. Or, like, we were literally stripped away from our families. Mm-hmm. So it was like, dang, like, okay, you know, you were fortunate enough to have your mama. You was fortunate enough to have your dad. You really about to sit here and cut them off because they hurt your feelings. That's how it be masked. It'll be undermined. When it's like, truth be told, like, you know, it ain't nothing wrong with being a decent human being.
Thank you.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Thank you.
Like, you ain't always got to be a ass.
Yeah.
Everything, it doesn't have to always be you trying to tear somebody down. And, like, if you're constantly that person, I love the word, but don't be shocked.
Yeah.
When folks don't want to be around you or when it's like, okay, folks are old enough to navigate through life how they see fit and they choose not to mess with you. I personally did go through a state where, like, I hear everybody with all right, I'm going to college. And that was me using my beeline to get the hell up out of there. Mm-hmm. That was the way that I did it. Went to college, did that till I couldn't do it no more. Because, you know,
shit happens.
They forget to tell you need funds to go through college. I was like, oh, snap.
And your family didn't know because most of them didn't go either.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know, all right, we'll pull back. Mm-hmm. We'll pull back. We'll reevaluate. But I never went back after that. So I used that as my out, and then I used my out to, like, just stay away. And then slowly I started coming back closer to Charlotte where said family is. And, like, even still, I'm, like, very close in distance to certain family members, and I do not see them. Yeah, I still don't. But it's because there's, like, I know mentally I can only take you in doses and only in so much before it's like, all right, you about to be funny again. Yeah. Or, all right, here you go with your, like, spewing your insecurities that ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, you know, sometimes that distance be needed from certain individuals.
Absolutely.
And it's like, I don't care if it's up the street or not. Like,
absolutely.
You don't gain access to me just because distance is,
or because
just because it's family, or just because, just because I don't care if I'm 10 minutes away.
Yeah. Because it'd be convenient, and then I somehow still don't get invited to something.
Yeah. Like, but I'm right up the street.
I'm 30 minutes away. A hop, skip, and I'm there.
That's what I'm saying. You say you 30 minutes away, baby.
You 10, yeah.
Yeah,
I live on the other side of the world, so I'm pretty far from everybody still. But
you wouldn't know what people will or won't travel to unless they're told about it.
And you know me, I'll drive.
Yeah. Girl, I'm the same.
Like I was busting in Greensboro for a day.
Yeah.
Like if I had to, and it's just, I recently posted a status on Facebook about how, I am always jealous of very close, tight-knit families because mine is so pick and choose on who they do and do not invite. And even on the other side of that, it's like, even if they not pick and choose, I might pick and choose on who I do and do not want to be around. I just said, I can only deal with some people in doses. And
very micro doses.
What I'm about to say, if he even cares to watch the video, that'd be up to him. Highly doubt it, because for some reason I'm always getting asked about the podcast, which...
You would know if you were watching.
Thank you. My father, some people who, if you really know me, you know that I have two dads, essentially. I have the man who raised me, and then I have my biological father. Now, all of this, the situation of me finding all of this out and things coming to public light happened while I was in high school. At that time, my dad, the man who raised me, was in prison. So all this stuff was kind of getting exposed while he was locked up. And then he got released the week before I went to A&T for college. So literally he got out on Sunday. I got moved in on that Saturday. He did take me to school to help me move in, blah, blah, blah. I got a pair of Jordans. I remember Nike ones. I think I recently threw them out. That's all I got. Mm-hmm. Granted, he got out of jail and 2 days later bought his fiance at the time, his wife now, brand new car. Mm-hmm. Right? I got a pair of shoes. Everything that I got a pair of shoes and the ride to school. Yeah. I will say that. I got the ride there and I got a pair of shoes.
Mind you, college textbooks cost about $200.
Girl, that's what I'm about to get to. Now, like I said, he did his time in jail. He got out, bought his wife a new car. I got, again, a pair of shoes. My mom, who... I love that woman. She has her flaws, and we've talked about it a lot, and she's taken accountability for her stuff, but she busted her tail to make sure whatever I didn't get from donors or scholarship funds, she made sure I had everything else I needed for college, from groceries. She helped with textbooks. After the refund, before I got the refund, but I needed the textbook, she was helping with what she can. Even that first and second year, she was sending care packages and stuff like that. I got a pair of shoes for my dad.
Yeah.
And he wonders why now. And it's whatever he went through, I don't know how he, whatever he felt in the moment when he, quote unquote, because again, the truth is between those two grown adults, right? On how my conception really had. But if he doesn't know, the way he has treated me since he's been released from prison, has been very telling. And it's a reason why he doesn't really hear from me often, why I don't really care to go drive to Asheville to see him and spend time with him on birthdays and Father's Day and other holidays, because it's very evident that I am now kind of I don't want to say black sheep, but I'm kind of a second thought.
Yeah.
And it's very hurtful in a lot of ways, but it is what it is. And this podcast is another thing that, again, shows his true colors, because he'll allude to things like, oh yeah, I sent people the podcast. Well, how?
When you don't watch it.
You don't even watch it.
I didn't even know you could find
how do you think I'm going to believe that you are actually telling people to watch the podcast? You don't even watch the podcast. Right. And to be quite frank, Nigel's dad is our biggest supporter of this podcast. So it makes it I look at him even more sideways, because I'm like, if he can watch every single episode and find interest to watch it and actually watch through the whole thing, comment, whatever, and also share with his
Yeah, I was
peers.
gonna say, and he's also not a yes man. So
Exactly.
if it's something we say on here, and
Exactly.
he's like not for
Man,
like
he is not getting over the fact that I caught him short.
okay, he's not. And we're gonna insert
And I
a
didn't
picture.
even
Actually,
call him short. In
we're
particular.
gonna insert the picture of where her and my dad are standing side by side right here.
He's so tall, guys.
Yeah,
he's
like-
actually a 6'4" man. I'm sorry, it's me. I'm the problem. But it's like it's things like that, and why I have, and I said this in that same status on Facebook. I have been invading every family occasion that Naja and her family has had that I can actually possibly make it to.
Pull up all this thing.
If I have the time and the gas to get there, I'm showing up because yeah, they've adopted me and it just is what it is. Like
the pasta salad.
Yes, thank you. I bring pasta salad, liquor if you need it, whatever support, whatever y'all need. I'm there because they are now the family that I wish my family would be. Again, I highly doubt my dad will watch this episode, so it really does not matter what I say. If a cousin is watching it, go ahead and tell your uncle what I said.
Okay, we gonna cut up the clips.
Go ahead and
We'll make it convenient for
I'll
you.
post it on my Instagram. I know he'll probably see it there.
We'll make it convenient for you.
But it just sucks that like when it comes to like family being a big trigger, my dad is a big trigger for me.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I'm still processing and working through, but setting boundaries with him and other people in my family has been probably one of the hardest things.
Yeah.
And actually being okay with it. Cause it's like, I'm not fully cutting people off, even though sometimes I do feel like I should.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, well, damn, I don't, maybe that isn't a big enough deal to fully cut them off.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it's like,
It is a big enough deal. Yeah.
It actually is. Like, especially when you feel like you just, like, around certain things, I just don't feel like I'm getting support. School, from when I was originally in school to even recently with the whole dental hygienist thing. Like, my mom, she tries her best.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, my dad is just never, but he'll be like, I'm so proud of you. Proud of what?
Yeah.
Tell me 3 things you're proud of, other than the fact that I don't call you for shit.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you're proud of. You can't, because you don't know nothing about my life. That's what bothers me, and it's another reason why myself probably will never have children.
It's the other than the fact that I don't call you for anything. For
real.
Yeah, like I am the most like I don't ask for nothing. Like I really don't. I'm not asking for anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah. Like I have a real like. I'm about to ask you for nothing. If you see where the hell I'm struggling, either offer to help.
You see this economy,
or literally, or don't worry about it. I'm gonna figure it out. Mm-hmm. Like, and I have that outlook, which some will say like, oh, like closed mouths don't get fed. Da 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 da. Okay, cool. But then you be in a scenario where you ask, and then like after not asking, and it feels like, oh, well, I got to be the one to pay it back. These folks is in debt with you, but I got to pay it back, or like. Oh, it's like terms and conditions on it. Like, okay, well, I can only do this much because I ain't did this for this folks. And I'm like, these folks ain't even been in this scenario yet to offer them this kind of help. We are completely different people because they've never even been in this scenario for you to have to offer that. But it's cool. But I didn't ask for that, but I also didn't receive that. So how was that approved? Like, it's a lot of nuances. And even when it comes to like additional family, like, being like in like step parents or like having like add-ons, like it makes things hard.
Yeah.
Cause like everybody's trying to play this whole like, okay, well, I gotta make sure it doesn't look like this to this person, but don't care in return how it looks to this person. So it's like
always trying to put on a facade.
Yeah, so
it's real distasteful sometimes. Yeah, because at whose expense?
Yeah, and that's why I say like even with the whole family thing, like like I love that you've feel welcomed in my family, but it's also one of those things where my family also triggered the hell out of me,
and I know that.
So it's like it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, I don't think there's.
But at least you have me.
Okay,
to be there.
Literally, like I don't think there's no picture perfect family.
No, absolutely.
But it's also one of those things where it took a lot. For anybody that can call my phone currently to get to the point where they could call my phone again. So it's like, I don't want you to feel like, oh snap, like, this is something that I want. Cause girl, child, sometimes I'll be over there like,
it's not necessarily that,
yeah, this shit ain't even like picture perfect either.
It's always just nice.
Yeah, but but that's where they say that comparison crap be a thief of joy.
For sure.
Because it's like, not to say it's fake, because no, where I'm at with my family currently, like, no, we are in a way better spot than we were like 2018, Naja.
Yeah.
But it took us a lot of work to get there. Like, it took a lot of tears. It took a lot of cutting off.
But y'all are doing the work.
Yeah.
You're doing the work. That's what I'm saying. Mine don't.
Yeah. And that's where it's like,
where it's like,
either folks get with it, or you got to be okay with, be okay with them not having that access to you. Because it will get to a certain point where they miss it, whether they admit it or not, and then it'll burn at them. And then it's up to you to be like, okay, am I gonna hold on to it, or am I gonna allow you to come back in?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that's still like knocking at that door, like, all right, you don't let the door, you open the door for everybody else. I'm still at the door knocking, like, yeah, but you also ain't want to apologize, or you also ain't want to be held accountable, or you also feel like I was being dramatic.
And that's all it'll take for me. Even with my older sister, me and her haven't really spoken for real since the hurricane happened in Nashville. It really would just take people wanting to take accountability for their own things, looking in the mirror, and I would be 100% okay with moving forward. Because again, even though I hate the whole, well, that's the family thing, that is still my family at the end of the day. So, but I'm also okay with not talking to my family if that means that because it gives
me peace.
Yeah, it gives me peace. So if you don't want to grow and if you don't want to take account for your own parts and things, then so be it. We don't have to have anything. Doesn't have to be any growth. My mom, like I said, she's done the work. I've been able to call her out on her stuff, and it wasn't always easy.
Yeah.
And we're still a work in progress, but I'm okay with that because she actually tries.
Yeah.
And that's all I'd be looking for is a little effort.
Like, one thing when I was working, and I'll kind of like wrap it up on this note, is one thing, like, my brother, I was talking to him about, like, I got to work on these boundaries, like, just in general, like,
about that.
And it's something that I most definitely start standing on. And like, folks be like, damn, this shit uncomfortable now. Like, and it's
They're
okay.
Not used to you doing that.
Yeah, you'll be all right. And he literally said, anyone who has an issue with you having like set boundaries are the people that you're supposed to have those boundaries on.
100%.
And it really just like opened my eyes where it's like, okay, it shouldn't be no love lost by me saying no. It should be no love lost by me, like, readjusting how I'm rocking with certain people.
Right.
And I've, like, for everybody that I pretty much implemented with, I feel like, they kind of like like if you ever went mining, like for like gyms, like you get the shaking the little thing, like it literally, what was supposed to fall through the cracks fell through the cracks, and the emeralds and the amethyst and all that good stuff that remained, like that's what I was supposed to keep. So,
that's just that on that.
Don't feel bad about having to cut people off, and then don't also like.
Don't feel bad about setting boundaries.
Exactly. Like, all these things are necessary. Yeah. You should never sacrifice your own happiness for the sake of somebody else's.
Absolutely.
Or just your own peace. Like, just ain't nothing wrong with putting you first. Because at the end of the day, you cannot pour from cannot pour from an empty cup. And we've mentioned that topic before. Like, all the time. You can only do what you can handle. And if you only focus on other people, you can't handle that. So,
very true.
Pour into you, love you. And if people can't accept you for that or love you as a result of that,
fuck them.
Yeah.
What Bernie Mac say?
Pretty much. We're not going to dislike you. But I will dislike you if you don't like, comment, share, and subscribe.
That part. T says that T. T, comment Family Matters if you got this far. And watch me ain't get no comments.
Okay. But it's okay, though.
Again, y'all the problem.
They coming.
Y'all need to comment. Thank y'all for watching. If you did watch this far, again, comment Family Matters. Tell us how y'all felt about this episode. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all are following both of our Instagrams, the Cinnamon and Spice Instagram. And make sure y'all are tuning in every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We ain't missing a Monday yet. We'll see y'all again next week.
Right.
Bye.